So here are my thoughts on the new anime movie Fireworks. It sucks. The film's about a guy who has a crush on a girl who's trying to run away from home due to the stress of her mother getting remarried and planning to move her life away to another town. The girl picks up a glass stone which, when thrown, causes a new alternative world with new laws of physics to be created, in which if the one who throws it makes a wish, the world is one in which events in the past change so that the wish is granted. The story itself is quite sweet and has a lot of interesting ideas that I hadn't seen before in a romance or time travel story. Where everything falls apart is in the execution. Firstly, the animation is below average in quality, even for a TV anime, let alone a movie, and the cheap CGI water and long-distance character animations really did not help. The background art also lacks detail in comparison with most animated movies and TV series, though the art style itself was undeniably quite nice. With that said, the characters seem to fall in love and develop relationships to the point of considering futures together way too fast for it to feel realistic, with the two having probably only known each other for about 4 hours by the end of the movie, even including all of the time resets. The love triangle aspect of the story was also very poorly handled. For example, the main character's best friend said that he was in love with the main girl early on in the film, but then his actions seemed to contradict this, with him abandoning her after making plans. Then in the film it's said by him that he actually was in love with her, and he gets angry with the main character for taking her out of his life, despite his own actions contradicting this goal. The film also doesn't explore the main girl's life and motivations for running away nearly enough, making it seem a little odd, especially since the stepfather seemed to have 2 completely different personalities in his only 2 scenes. In one, he seems like a decent guy trying to connect with his future wife's daughter over ice cream, and in the other he just flat out punches the main character like a violent jerk. I understand the stress of the situation, but that still doesn't excuse the otherwise sympathetic character of punching a kid who hasn't done anything wrong. The real problem with this film, however, is the ending. This is the single most confusing ending I have ever seen in any movie ever. Literally nobody I went with could understand what happened. The explosion of the glass ball seemed to create lots of shards of different possible futures, while our heroes were underwater, inexplicably not drowning and giggling after a copious amount of time under there, and, well, whatever happened next, I've no idea. I'm not sure if they drowned, if the main character drowned but the girl swam to the surface, if they moved to the futures presented to them in the shards, if they lived and ran away together. I just don't know. We last see them in the water, and then the main character isn't at school at the end of the holidays. I mean, maybe he died? I just don't know. Nobody I went with had a clue. We got a lot of symbolism that could be interpreted to mean so many different things. It just felt like a lazy cop-out. And it's like the writers couldn't work out what to do to end the film, so they just left it to the viewer to work it out instead by presenting them with a load of nonsense. In short then, this film is a bad attempt to make a beautiful story. It was lazily written, confusing, not well animated, and left me feeling annoyed all round. 2 out of 10, not recommended.